Hello everybody, it's Gloria, Gigi the Crochet Queen, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be on this earring here, and let me show you the other one that I did. And I used crochet yarn for this one. And I used cotton yarn for this set. And they're both the same style, just different types of yarn used. And this is also with some crochet yarn. So this is what we'll be working on. And so for this project, I am using this, and I don't know what the size is, but it's crochet thread. And I would say it's a cream color, not white, but a cream color. You don't need very much of it to make the earring. And you, of course, will need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle. This one has a little crook to the side. Oh, I should say crook. It's crooked up, or I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. And also, I will be using a F hook for this project. Hope you can see that. It's an F hook, and it's an aluminum hook. And these work really well on cotton and threads and things like that. So, and to make it into an earring, you will need a ear wire and a jump ring. And I also use my jewelry pliers, but you don't have to use these. You can use any set of pliers. I can't remember if that's what these are called or not. It's been so long since I've worked with jewelry, but this is what I use to open up my jump ring. Some people can use their hands. I cannot. You can use another set of pliers. You can use a needle nose pliers. I think that's what these are, needle nose pliers. So let's get started. Move this out of the way till it's needed. And we're going to make a slip knot. And you can do it however you want to. I do mine this way. And this is a quick and easy pattern. Now I saw this pattern years ago, and I just changed it up a little for myself. So you want to chain 5, and then you want to slip stitch into the first chain. And chain 4. And into your ring, you want to do a double crochet, and you want to crochet over that tail. And that chain 4 counts as a double crochet chain 1. So you want to chain 1 and do another double crochet, chain 1 and do another double crochet, and you want to have a total of 8 double crochets in the end. So now we have 4, 5, chain 1, It's getting away from me. 6, chain 1, 7, chain 1, and 8. And when you get to the end, turn your work, chain 3, counts as a double crochet, and do a double crochet in the same. Then go over to your next double crochet and put 2 double crochets into that one, and 2 double crochets into each double crochet around, and you will have a total of 16 double crochets. So this is a quick and easy pattern. As I said before, there's only one. If you don't know how to do a picot stitch, this will be a tutorial to learn to do a picot stitch. So continue 2 double crochets into each double crochet around, and I will meet you at the end of this round. And then we only have 1 round left to go. Okay, so I am at the end of my round, and you want to do 2 double crochets into the 3rd chain of your chain 4, and turn your work, chain 3, and you want to do a slip stitch into the base of that chain 3, and go over to the next double crochet and do a single crochet, and that is a picot stitch. Again, chain 3 and slip stitch into the bottom of the chain 3, and do a single crochet into the next stitch. Again, chain 3, slip stitch into the bottom of the chain 3, and single crochet into the next chain, and repeat that till the end, and I will meet you at the end of this round. Okay, so I am at the end doing my last single crochet into my chain 3. See if I can get in there. And we're finished. And snip the, cut the yarn and pull that one so your hole is closed a little bit more. And we want to sew in these tails. I can get it in. Okay. And just going to sew them in to hide them. Nothing grand about it. I always like to go into the circle and just hide that one tail sure it's still in there. Pull it through, and I can snip that off. And then this tail, and get it in there. And go under. You want to make sure you don't pull it too much because you want both sides to kind of be similar still. Go in, make sure it's okay. Make sure they still kind of look the same. And snip that in. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Okay, so that is the earring. Now we're going to put the jump ring on and the ear wire, and we will be finished. So if you, as I said, if you haven't worked with jewelry making, the jump ring has a area that's not completely closed. So I take my pliers and I turn them opposite of each other to open it up. You can see it's open. And then I put it into that opening and put the ear wire on. Oh, let me make sure. Okay, you want to make sure the back of it is facing you. Put this on again and put the ear wire on. Then you take the pliers and you close the jump ring and make sure there's no space for it to slip out. And it's closed. And there you have your earring. Okay, so now that the earring is finished, I am just going to use this Mod Podge to put on it, and you want to use it on both sides. I found that if you just do one side, it still doesn't stiffen the earring enough. That's probably too much, but I can put it back in and you can see what it looks like. And what I do is take my earring and I start on the outside and go all the way around, just dabbing it on. And I'm using a little sponge. So I bought a whole bunch of sponges for this, and you can use a brush if you have that, but this is what I had on hand, so that's what I'm going to use. And you want to dab it all into it so that you can get the hodgepodge to seep through. And if your yarn has a sheen to it, the hodgepodge might make it duller, I've heard people say they used hairspray to stiffen, and also fabric, what is it, starch, to stiffen crochet things with. But I wanted to try this Mod Podge since I had it on hand, and I've seen where this has been used, and also Elmer's glue has been used on this, on crochet projects to stiffen it. So, and once you have coated it thoroughly, then you let it dry like 12 hours or more. I just leave mine overnight, and at least I know by the time I get to it, it's been at least 12 hours, and it should be dry by then. And then I'll do the other side and let it dry overnight as well, so that they can get really, hopefully really stiff, so they don't lose their shape when you're wearing them in the hot sun and things start to turn differently. So I just wanted to show you how I use this Mod Podge on these earrings. And I will take it off of this. I'm going to cut a little piece of the, and if you have to, if your item doesn't lay flat like this does, you can always take some the stick pins and put it on like a shoebox cover or something, just to stick them in and just to hold it in shape. So I'm just going to put this on this so that it can dry. And as you can see, it's still, let me move all of this, it still has its flattened shape. So I'll leave this to dry overnight, and then I'll flip it over and do the other side and let that side dry overnight. So I hope this was helpful. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and that you'll make a lot of them, and I'd love to see them. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and comment on this video, and share if you can. And until my next video, keep crocheting. Bye-bye.